Yeah, so coming off the bye week this week, we had Hawaii, and bye week it was good to get a little break, and then Coach Wells been talking about coming back and getting on this 2 week sprint we have, and Coach Yost challenged us this week to start fast against Hawaii, see how we can start, and I think the offense came out and we started really fast. First drive we didn't end up scoring. But we went down, drove the ball down. Unlike last week ended in a pick first drive. So this week we drove the ball down, and then the next drive we went down, and I think we scored. So offense started fast. But versus Hawaii, the O-line had a really good game. Running the ball, all the running backs had a good game. We were able to move the ball in our run game really well, so that helped open up the passing game also. But yeah, as you can see, the tempo, our offense, the tempo was getting to Hawaii on the defense. They were getting tired throughout the game, especially the second half. So just testament to how we practice and condition, and whole offense being able to move the ball and get down the field fast and not get tired. And that was really well. And then also, second half we came out, and first play of the second half we scored Luan on that run. That was nice. And Coach was talking about we had to come out the second half and kind of end the game. It was 21-0 at halftime, so that first score, making it 28-0, I think that really just broke Hawaii's will, and you could tell after that they're kind of done. And so I think it was just a really good game. Offense, everybody played really well. Nobody was slacking, so it was a good game and a good win. And got that 6th win, make us bowl eligible. It's a really good feeling, especially our last home game on senior night. So it was a really good win. Oh, yeah, and then this week against Air Force, we just got to come out, have a good week of practice like we did last week, and finish the season off right with a win, get the 7th win, and it'll be a good game.
It looks like you're feeling more and more comfortable as each week goes on. Is that the case? Are you feeling better?
Oh, yeah. Just getting more experience and more reps, you always get more comfortable. Just getting more comfortable with the offense and the people we got around us. But, yeah, definitely getting more comfortable.
What was is the Division I speed of the game kind of what you expected, or were there some things you didn't expect, comparing it to high school?
Oh, yeah, it's a lot different. I mean, especially since my first playing time against Idaho State, that was kind of opened my eyes to how fast it moves, and since I hadn't played in a while, but now just getting more experience and seeing how fast the game moves, just getting more comfortable with that.
Jordan, Air Force is dead last in the Mountain West in sacks. Your offensive line has played quite well, only 1 sack over the last 4 games. And as long as the weather holds up, how confident are you that you're going to have ample time to make plays in the air on Saturday?
I'm always pretty confident, especially with our O-line. They're tremendous in pass blocking. Haven't really been sacked that much. I don't even know if I have, but they're doing really good. So we just got to keep it up this week. See what we can do against Air Force.
Whenever you're forced to run, or as a designed run player, are you feeling more confident as compared to earlier in the season?
Oh, yeah, I'm always feeling comfortable getting out of the pocket and running when I have to, but just got to get more better to not taking hits, sliding, stuff like that, so get more comfortable with that.
Jordan, of course, you redshirted last year, but besides you, what do you think is different about this year's team?
Like Coach Wells says all the time, we just kind of got a different vibe than last year's team. We got a lot of new players that didn't play last year, like our O-linemen. So, I mean, we just got a different vibe than last year's team. It's a lot of new people, finally getting to play, the chance to play. So it's just a different vibe.
When did you get the sense that vibe was positive, or what do you think created that feeling on the team?
Really, I think first half of Wisconsin game, I mean, we came out and we were firing. We were putting points up on the board at first, and that you could kind of tell, we were like, okay, we got a good team going right now. So.
You guys really have been running the football quite well lately, and that's honestly something Air Force has struggled with. They're allowing 5.8 yards a carry. Just how much easier does that make your job when you guys are running the ball efficiently?
Oh, it makes it a lot easier. We got running backs like Lawan, getting over 100 yards a game. I mean, it opens up the pass game a lot because they're trying to fill the box with their linebackers and stuff, and just opens people up on the outside. So, I mean, as long as we keep running the ball like that, I think we'll have a good passing game too.
Of course, you being a quarterback, you like to pass it, but when you're in a ball game and you're starting a possession, the play comes in, it's a run play, next play's a run play. How do you feel about that?
I feel good. I mean, it makes it a lot easier on me knowing it's run play, but I mean, all of our run plays are read options, so I mean, I have the chance to pull it. So I mean, but when we have plays like the first play of second half, when first play of the second half, Lawan breaks for a touchdown run. I mean, it makes the offense easy. So.
And this really is a pretty special opportunity for your team. You have a chance to go undefeated against Mountain West competition on the road. 4-0 against Mountain West teams on the road. So, I mean, how motivated does that make you to finish this off right and do something that, I don't know, Maggie team has done?
Oh yeah, that's a special thing to have. So I mean, we just got to finish it off right on the road, and we've done good so far this year on the road, undefeated. So just got to finish this one off.
You've been thinking about a bowl game?
Oh yeah, especially after last week getting that 6th win, it's in everybody's mind. But I mean, we got to finish this season off with Air Force, so focus on them.
Yeah, so anytime you shut a team out, you're playing some good defense. But with that being said, there's still some things that we got to clean up, and the coaches have addressed it. But I think to pitch a shutout, it's not just a group of players or a handful. It's every player on the defense has to play well through the whole game, and it wasn't easy the whole time. I think they got down to the red zone 3 times, got down to the goal line 1 time. So I mean, just working hard. Creating a turnover on the goal line is huge, not letting them score, and just battling the whole game. I thought it was a great team win as a defense. And Air Force, for being a 4-7 team, they are a lot better than their record shows. They're pretty good, and especially running the option, I think is something that we see one other time a year when we play New Mexico, and it's hard to prepare for. It's fast. And they're efficient at it, and so we got to really bring our A game. Everyone's got to play assignment sound if we want to win the game.
What things, just looking at Air Force, makes you think, wow, they're better than those 4 wins?
Just the way they play. I mean, I think, and when you watch the academies play in general, it's just a tenacious type of football. It's a never quit, always go, no matter what they're doing. And the option is an equalizer, I think, in that sense. It's hard to prepare for, and you make a mistake and they're gashing you, so you got to really be on your toes and do your job.
Chase, there's more to do, obviously, but as you think back to January to now, what would you say got this program from 3 wins to 6?
I would say attitude. Going 3-9 last year was, I think, a wake-up call to a lot of us. The winning is never given. I mean, everything that you get is earned. And our league is good. Like every win you have to fight for. So I think just the attitude of, we're going to do whatever it takes for us to be a better team, to win as many games as we can, and not settling. We want the attitude of our players is always positive, and we want to win. We believe in each other, and I think that was the difference.
So looking back, when did you get a sense that attitude was different or better?
That's kind of hard to say. In a way, you kind of always feel that way. At least I always have. You believe in your teammates, and when you work so hard with a group of people, it's hard not to appreciate them and the work that they do, but also to trust in them. You see, a lot of the stuff that we do is never seen by anyone, and when you're working that hard with a bunch of guys, you really come together. And I think the attitude when we were doing that was a lot different. And you could just feel the difference.
Chase, you guys really have played good defense the last 2 games. How much did the struggles against Boise State kind of reinvigorate, re-embolden this defense?
Yeah, Boise State was, I mean, embarrassing, I guess. We've always played great defense here, at least when I've been here. You know, that's kind of been what our team has been great defensively. So, you know, last year and then the Boise State game was really just a wake-up call, I guess. We really have to, you know, bring it every game. You can't go to sleep or else you'll get gashed.
How much confidence did you gain from? You really did defend New Mexico's option well. Lamar Jordan had some nice plays, but I don't know if they had anything beyond 20 yards, and you did a good job against the rest of the players in that attack. So how much confidence did you derive from that game?
Yeah, it's nice to have a game against an option team before you go and play Air Force. And with the option, I mean, sometimes that's going to happen. They're going to get you. The way the offense is designed is to make you pay whenever you make a mistake. So it's our job to make as few mistakes as possible, which, I mean, having played an option team before helps now as we prepare for Air Force.
I think the last thing I just want to ask you is I noticed that Air Force is -10 in turnover margin this year. Obviously, that's been one of the strengths of USU's defense is forcing turnovers. So how much does that kind of make you hungry seeing that they've, you know, given up a lot of turnovers this year?
Basically, we preach turnovers a lot here, and so anytime you can get them, the games that we've won, we've created turnovers. So when you look at a team who's given up the ball, we see opportunities and, you know, keep trying to get our offense the ball back so they can score some points, and they've been playing well right now.
Are there any team leaders that have done anything really instrumental or memorable to culture this year?
I think a lot. I mean, you see down a lot, but as a whole, it's hard to point out one guy. There's a lot of leaders on the team. Every position group has a guy or two that are good leaders, and so a lot of it. I mean, I don't even see. I'm with the linebackers, but I mean, you see it in the play of other guys. There's not you know, when you come to a Wednesday practice, and sometimes people don't want to be there. People are, you know, leading by example, and I think that is one of the bigger changes that we've seen this year that has really improved us.
Well, first of all, very happy and excited for the way Saturday went for our seniors. 18 seniors, besides Ian and Tony Lindsay, who were injured. Everybody got in the game and played, and those are special moments that can't be replaced in a young man's career. And I'm happy that it all worked out that way on Saturday, and we were able to do that. I think it has been great for them, for morale in the locker room. And we found a way to win number 6, and that's exactly what it is, and that's all it is. It's number 6. And it was a win at home in the Mountain West in front of our home fans, which was important. That was the first one we'd had all year. But it was number 6, and it makes us eligible, and that's all that is right now. So the thing that is the focus this week is to find a way to win number 7. We talked about coming off a bye week 2 weeks ago. We've talked about it, so it's not something that we just started this morning, is that it was a 2-week sprint, and we were going to do everything we could for 2 weeks to find a way to win 2 games in a row. And that just so happens to be step 1, and this week is step 2. And to find a way to go on the road and beat a really good Air Force team. We can talk about Air Force. I'm going to address Air Force, and then I can answer some more questions about them. But this has been a really good rivalry, just for 4 games really since we've been in the Mountain West. But it's always been a good game, and actually the last 3 years really has gone down to the wire, and deep into the fourth quarter, and so they're hard-fought games. I am very well aware of what the atmosphere is going to be like Saturday night. Our players will be very well aware. And this is a team that they'll fight their guts off. And we will get their very best shot. I think they have over 30 seniors. And I just know I've been a part of coaching at an academy when there is no bowl game coming up, and that's the last game because it's very well their last game of their careers. And then they're going to go to a very important step in their career, and that's protecting every one of our freedoms, which I have a tremendous amount of respect for. But it will be an emotional night for them. We will get their best game of the year, and I know that. And I respect that about them. We get it every year or every game, but I just know that the last one's different when you don't have a bowl game at an academy. And so that's senior day for those guys, and so we know what we're getting into, and we're going to have to play our very best football. They're averaging over 300 yards on the ground, which is typical for an Air Force team and very normal. They run the ball over 300 in conference play, right at 300 overall for the year. And so they've been doing this a long time. They've been running the option a long time, and there's not many looks they haven't seen on defense. So we will have to play extremely assignment sound up front, and then the back end guys will have to play with disciplined eyes and extremely disciplined in terms of what we do in the back end, or you'll get caught and it'll be over quick. But with that, I'll talk about the Hawaii game or open it up for any questions. And Kurt, you want to start us off?
I will. With the asterisk that you're not done yet, what do you think are the biggest factors that got you from 3 wins to where you are now?
I think the credit, Kurt, goes to the players. I've really said it all spring, and I didn't know how many games we would win, but there's been a different vibe with this team. You look at the 18 seniors, and some of them aren't even in starting roles, and a lot of our leadership is a little bit more youthful. But there's just been the vibe, and I think the resolve amongst really the core group of guys to not have a season like last year. And because that December, it was horrible. I don't need to keep talking about it, but that was a feeling like none of us want to have, or quite frankly had since I've been here as an assistant or as a head coach. And it's become an expectation for us to play in December, and I want it to always be that way. And so I just think this group has done a nice job of not letting one game, or maybe it was 2 games in a row, Colorado State, Wyoming back-to-back. They just didn't let that define the season, or let that just completely, burst us emotionally. And, quite frankly, we did last year, 0-3. And we were not the same. Now, in saying that, and I said it last year, and I'm not defending last year's team, but we fought our tails off all the way through the season. I mean, we had 2 buzzer beater games. We got beat in November, and we weren't playing for anything. And that shows me that that's a program and a culture thing that was not broke. And so that makes me proud as the head coach. But I think just their vibe and a resolve to not go backwards and to keep fighting every week. And some of it may be this is a competitive bunch. We haven't won as many games as maybe, our first couple years, or don't have the chance as the 13 and the 14 season, but this is a competitive bunch. We've already beaten 4 teams that were in bowls last year. And so, I just think that it's the vibe and those things that I've mentioned with this team so far. And we're not done yet. We're not done.
What do you attribute this improved red zone defense to? I mean, it's been awesome the last few games.
Just pretty opportunistic. We're gotten a few turnovers, gotten a few 4th down stops. Playing really good on 3rd down right now. We didn't all of a sudden start practicing in the red zone anymore or anything like that. I think sometimes players and media want you to completely change something, and there's a magic potion, but there's really not. But we have really I don't know, maybe we're bending too much out in the middle of the field and then not breaking down there, but it's always been something that we address, and we talk about playing great in the red zone and forcing field goals and stuff like that. But shoot, the last 2 games has been outstanding. As good, maybe as, and I haven't gone back to look at all the stats, but maybe as good a red zone defense as we've played since I've been the head coach. Really, the last couple of weeks, it's been unbelievable. And it really has had a huge impact in winning both the last 2 games.
Jordan was out here earlier. With a few weeks of starting quarterback under his belt, how would you evaluate his progress at this point?
Oh, we're still ongoing. I mean, he's been good. I think some of the stuff that he's done has been great at times, and then I think he's had a little bit of stuff that's not been so good. He's 3-1. That's the most important stat as a starting quarterback. He's 3-1, and the thing I've really come to appreciate about Jordan over the last month that I didn't know, but I didn't know it because he hadn't really done it, is just his preparation level has been a little bit more mature and further enhanced than really, I don't know if enhanced is the right word. It's further down the line than I really thought it would be, or even anticipated. No, that's not from a negative standpoint. It's he really prepares and studies, and he's really hard on himself too. I mean, he holds himself to a high standard, and I have grown to appreciate that about him. But he needs to be positive with himself at times, and he does some really good stuff. But and I think I said this a couple weeks ago. Everything for young quarterbacks like this it's always kind of the first. It's your first start. It's your first road game. It was maybe the first time. Coming off a bye week this week was, how does he handle bye week? We talked to him about that, and how did he handle the week before? And, now he's going to get, basically his first national TV spot and a primetime game, and a game we need to go win on the road. He's going to need to play really well. And this is a game that your best players are going to have to play their best. And I talked to our captains this morning about it. They're going to have to grade out as winners and champions, and our captains and our best players are going to have to play their very best for us to win this game.
Air Force, they were impressive in that win against Colorado State. Very competitive against Navy, Michigan, SDSU. They're averaging 35 more yards than they're given up. How close is this to being much better than a 4-17?
They're really good. You flip on the tape and you don't think they're 4-7. Just because of how they play, how hard they play. I have a high respect for their coaches on both sides of the ball. I know many of them and have competed against many of them in the last, 5 or 6 years. Their guys play hard. They play great on special teams. They're really well coached on special teams. They've just lost a few close games. I mean, I think we're better than a 6-win team. But I wear Aggie-colored, blue-colored glasses sometimes, But we've lost a few games, and I didn't think we should have. And I would assume Coach Calhoun probably thinks the same thing. But they're a really good team.
One more question about last
Go ahead.
December. Obviously, as you evaluated things, you knew you had to make some changes.
Yep.
Were you also conscious of not overreacting, or how did you strike that balance?
Yeah, it's a good balance. Kurt, I think it was a mix of talking to a lot of the outgoing players, a lot of the key returners coming back. I would say trusted confidants that are around the program, maybe not coaches. Some guys that have been here before coaching with me, and then some of my mentors in coaching. And really trying to just get the best beat and pulse on what happened, why did it happen, what are we going to do to change it, and how do we fix it and move forward. And I think and I know this is kind of philosophical and all this, but I think it's the gist of your question. The more and more I looked at it and talked to many people, and you just kind of take some time to digest it, I was a little and I mean this sincerely, I was a little surprised at how much that I truly believed at the end that we were doing absolutely correct, even though we only won 3, because they were things that I really believed in, whether it was our core values, it was our plan to win, it was our recruiting. Even though I tweaked it just a little bit, not much, the nuts and bolts of our recruiting efforts were the same, and the areas and those kind of things. But, you know, the developmental in the off season, I think we were doing the right thing. So not everything needed to be changed. We had some personnel changes in the coaching staff that I think were justified and valid and instrumental now in some of this, a little bit of a turnaround, a little bit of a change of philosophy on offense. Okay, so that was maybe one of the bigger ones. Tweaked a little bit how we practiced and made it a whole lot more competitive. And I tried to do some things individually for me to try to be a better head coach where I think that I needed to be better and should have been better, and I wasn't. And some of those answers were within the first few things I said and some of the changes I made. And so I think more than anything, I don't know, I don't have a percentage, but I'd say 75%, 3/4 of the stuff we did hasn't changed. And I think I came away with more confidence than anything that, hey, we're spot on. But yeah, I do need to change a few things, and I need to tweak a few things. And here's kind of an analogy. I'm talking too long right now. I kind of like, if you go to a football clinic, like for us as coaches, we go to a clinic and listen to a guy speak for an hour, okay? And you sit there for an hour and you're taking notes, and you're just sitting there, boom, boom, and it may be scheme or philosophy. It doesn't matter either way. And the whole time for an hour, you're just writing stuff down, or you're nodding and you're going, yep, we already do that. Yep, I do that. Yep, I do that. Oh, he's a pretty good coach. Yeah, everybody else thinks he's a good coach. Yeah, they're good. They're good on offense. They're good on deep, whatever. And you're getting confirmed. And then right at the end or something, or maybe something in the middle, you go, I like that. We're doing the same thing, but he said it different. Or his how was a little bit different. How they got it done was a little different. You steal and you take it, and you're like, okay, I'm gonna make our deal better because of what I just heard. That maybe summed up the whole month of December for me. Something like that. That was a long answer. I apologize, but I think it was instrumental.
Air Force is playing a couple QBs right now, Roaming, who we're familiar with, and then this Worthman. Can you talk a little bit about these guys, what you know about them?
Yeah, I mean, we've played Romine for the last little while, and he's athletic and good and got hurt at the end of the game. Worthman did not play, been the starter all year. I anticipate we'll see him Saturday.
Is there a big change for you guys preparing for Air
Nope.
Force as opposed to Hawaii?
Oh, absolutely. I thought you meant between the two quarterbacks. I was trying to read your mind.
No.
Oh,
I was
then
just- I mean,
Hawaii?
were you able to
Oh.
prepare a little bit during the bye week for Air Force as well? Or?
Nope. All bye week was University of Hawaii. That was the most important game. Now it's Air Force, and they are astronomically different to prepare for.
Matt, who were some of the, I mean, I'm sure limited time you've seen Air Force on film. I'm sure
Yep.
you're going to see more, obviously, this week. But who are some of their standout playmakers on offense?
Well, first of all, the McVay kid. I mean, 33 is good. He's really good. He's tough. He's kickoff returner. You know, Worthman is athletic, strong. Seen him on tape a bunch. And then, you know, their offensive line is athletic. They play low. They're very well coached. Play with leverage. You know, so that's when I see Air Force. I mean, first of all, you have to take away the dive. You have to take away the fullback. But when you talk about the playmakers, I'd say the quarterback, the slot, and really their offensive line. I've been impressed. They've had a few new guys up there, but that's the line that I think plays well together.